You remember Bill, familiar with Bill? Okay. Well, I'd like for you to do, if you can look into the camera, state your full name, tell us, and say a little bit about your business and all that, and then first do that, and then we're going to ask you to give us your permission.
Okay, my name is Jeffrey. I'm here at Miss L Designer Hat Showroom, where it's all about the hat. We sell all one-of-a-kind hats, some custom made and custom made to fit, and we've been doing this for about 30 years, all for the well-dressed woman.
Well, what is so special about a hat?
A hat actually just dresses a person up. It gives you a little bit of more sophistication.
Excellent, excellent. And what type of women should wear hats? Should all women wear hats? Or
Well, I personally feel all women should wear hats, but generally women wear them to church, formal affairs, weddings.
is there a certain type of hat that you would have, say, one woman wear as compared to another?
Well, not every hat is for everybody, so you have to get a hat that fits your personality and your face.
Okay, let's say a woman like Oprah Winfrey going out to, say, dinner. What type of hat would you think she would wear?
Well, then again, like I said, it all depends. Oprah Winfrey could wear any hat, but she would have to actually try on a particular hat and see which one best fits her face, her complexion, and her style.
And the eye, whatever she's wearing.
Oh, and what she's wearing that night.
Of course, whatever she's wearing.
Great, great. When you think about American women today, is there an example? Do you have an example of someone you have seen with a hat and how it may have brought them out and what it did for them?
Well, per se, as American women today, we have lots of hat customers, but actually, I would go back to years ago where everybody were actually dressed a little more, and hats just made you look a little bit dressier.
Okay, okay. Is,
What about?
oh, okay, well, okay, right. So we're going to go into, so today we're talking about men.
Yes.
And since, before we even go into the main question, since we're still speaking of hats, what about men in hats?
Well, I would say basically just the same. A hat actually just dresses a man up and gives him a more sophisticated look.
Right, men of power. I notice men of power wear hats a lot more. Is there something associated with hats and class and all that kind of stuff?
Well, again, I would say from years ago where, a man wouldn't step outside without a hat. It was considered like part of your wardrobe.
Gotcha, gotcha. Okay, and so today we're talking about what is a man. And I'm going to ask you a few questions about what a man is. And when you answer the questions, if you could be so kind as to sort of answer it in a full sentence, like if I say, what color is your shirt, you would say, my shirt is such and such color.
Okay.
So this way it'll help us in the editing process. So today we'd like to ask you, what is a man?
Well, my personal definition of a man, I would consider a man that is a person that stands up for whatever beliefs he has, a man that takes care of himself, uplifts himself and his family.
Okay. Is there a difference between a male and a man?
Of course so.
Could you tell us about that?
Males, as I say, are just born. Male is a species, so there's female and males, but a man, I would consider a man as a person that takes care of his responsibilities, uplifts himself and his family.
Okay, when say a teenager is going into manhood, what kind of advice would you give him in terms of preparing himself to be a man?
What type of advice would I give? I would simply tell him something that find what he believes in, sticks with it, stick to it, and work towards whatever goals he has to accomplish that.
Okay, do you see a difference between, say, the young men of today as compared with the young men of yesteryear?
Well, of course, just like anybody else, I see they really have no guidance. So a man needs another man to actually show him a way and guide him. So most of the young men today have no guidance, so they walk around wandering and lost.
Could a woman raise a man?
My personal opinion, no.
Mine.
That's my personal opinion, no.
Okay.
I think it takes a man to raise a man.
So if a woman does attempt to raise a man, what should she know or what should she do to try to raise her man without a man in her life?
Without a man in her life, without a man in her personal life, then she would have to go out to seek manly friends that would provide a manly role model for a young man.
Okay, okay. Um, what advice would you give to young men growing up today?
Stay in school, get an education, find something that you're passionate about, and build towards your goal.
And finally, who is your greatest male role model and why?
My greatest role model. Well, I don't have one particular role model. I would say any man that basically has a moral standing and believes what he stands for, such as Obama, or Martin Luther King, or Malcolm X, and so on.
Excellent. Listen, thank you very much. You had some very great answers.
My pleasure.
Mm.